Deep within the confounds of the Avalon laboratory facility, their systems are being hacked and hijacked by unknown bandits and hackers who've successfully cracked the code on their encrypted systems and their security and whatnot. These people clearly must know what they're doing. One of the bandits, identified as a woman, managed to infiltrate into the security systems, infiltrate the laboratory, and get their hands on all types of data, blueprints, weaponry, and different source codes for different projects that were being set up. They managed to make their way into the power grid system, blasting the security robots. They tried to fend off these unknown assailants, but it was all in vain as they successfully escaped when everything turned white.
Alright, after witnessing all that, what do you have to say for yourself, Lorenzo?
Please, Master Simon, I can explain. I don't know how, but that woman somehow bypassed our security and slipped under our radar. There had to have been some hacking involved. Please, Master Simon, our robots are tracking those tech bandits down as we speak. Please forgive my negligence.
Enough. This is complete and utterly unacceptable. You of all people should know better. These rats just keep getting the best of you, even back during that fiasco with John Doe and his cohorts. To think, Her Majesty and her kindness redeemed us that day by giving us technologically advanced bodies in hopes we didn't fail her again. These are the results that you have to show for your gratitude. Pitiful.
Please, Master Simon, I'm so sorry.
Yes, you most certainly are. However, a simple sorry isn't going to be enough to cut it. Our latest weapons, technology, and precious materials were wiped clean along with blueprints to our machines. All of that is at risk of being released into the public. After all that, the only thing you can say is sorry.
Please, sir. I don't know what else to say when sorry isn't enough.
Simple. That means say nothing and just take responsibility for your actions, or in this case, inactions. Guards, seize the former vanguard Lorenzo and take him away to be dismantled. He's proven himself unworthy of serving Her Majesty.
No, please, anything but that.
Please do not resist. Right this way, please.
One dismantle later.
Great. There goes another one. The sad thing about this job is that we give candidates chance after chance and we still have to end up dismantling them.
I guess the age-old saying is true. If we want something done right, we have to do it ourselves.
Master Simon, our team of trackers have successfully located the stolen equipment from the lab.
Yes, Unit C1S3, excellent work. So tell me, where are those thieving little rats located?
This may sound crazy, but it's the absolute truth. The stolen equipment has been tracked down to be in a vehicle fastly approaching Esteban.
Wait, Esteban? Why there of all places?
Meanwhile, in transit. Cece, could you please stop? I can't think straight with that crazy dancing.
Sorry, I'm just happy to finally get this back is all.
You risked life and limb for the technology from Avalon. What's so special about all that junk?
Rest assured, Buck, all will be explained when we reach Esteban and meet back up with Lady Scarlet. You'll see.
If you say so.
Sai da minha frente, eu quero passar. Pois o samba está animado. O que eu quero é sambar. esse samba que é misto de maracatu. É samba de preto velho, samba de preto. Mas que nada, um samba como esse tão legal, você não vai querer que eu chegue no final. Oh, 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 Maria.
So it goes without saying that these infamous tech bandits left Avalon shortly after getting everything they could from the Avalon laboratory, wiping all their data, their blueprints, and making off all their technology and different weaponry and whatnot for reasons we've yet to know. So, in the meantime, Justin, Vidili, and the rest of the other heroes of Esteban are trying to get acquainted with Arya, Scarlet, and the others until Lady Scarlet dropped some interesting news and updates regarding these new people that are supposed to help out the Esteban Elite Four on this new mission of theirs. Interesting. I must admit, Lady Arya, you've certainly exceeded our expectations when you first arrived here. Your personality is surreal, to say the least. I'm surprised you don't have a collection of fine suitors itching for your hand in marriage.
Why, thank you, Sir Hero. I had no idea you were such a tease. I unfortunately just didn't have enough time to think about a pleasant romance, considering the situation at home. Between my brother's deaths and my mother's ever-growing insanity, all I can think about now is survival.
Wow, of course. A situation like this would most certainly get in the way of something like that. My apologies. I was just trying to brighten the mood is all.
No, it's quite alright. It was a great attempt. I'm just glad Esteban seems to be filled with such kind, friendly people. It's quite the vacation spot, if I do say so myself. Now if only Buck and his new partner would show up, we'd be all set for our plan.
Buck Andrews, we keep hearing that name for some reason.
Yes. You see, Buck is something of an arms dealer and a tech junkie who loves to dismantle new technology and whatnot. His new partner is infamously known in Avalon as the Tech Bandit.
Wait, so we're actually working together with professional bandits. This is gonna be one for the books.
Sir Hero, I know what you're implying, but that's simply not the case. Cece has her reasons. Simply ask her, if you're not convinced.
Actually, you're right. It was unfair of me to form a biased opinion of someone I know absolutely nothing about. My apologies. After all, if both you and the princess trust the infamous tech bandit, there's clearly something your side knows that the rest of the world doesn't.
It seems they've made their way here, as well. It appears that they've arrived here with an overhaul of the latest Avalon tech at their disposal.
Great, now we can get a first-hand look at the Avalon technology we're up against. Let's see what these robots have in their sleeves.
A short arrival later. My apologies for the delay, Lady Scarlet. We had to sidestep one of the vanguard and escape from those robots. But thankfully, we managed to clean out everything they had in storage. Cece insisted that we should go the extra mile this time.
Yes. Splendid work, you two. This was even better than I'd hoped. You're the best.
I must say, Lady Scarlet, I'm not quite used to you showing affection like this. It's a rare occasion in all honesty.
Come on, Buck, you can propose to her later. We've got a job to do.
Goodness, where did she appear from? I didn't even notice. Oh, okay. just watching Buck Andrews and his team just seamlessly build and take apart, deconstruct all this advanced technology seamlessly could honestly put car manufacturing machines to shame and all this. I mean, just look at what they do. I mean, it's like these people clearly know what they're doing. It's like, wow. It's like I never seen human beings work flawlessly like that, almost right to the point where it like almost rivals machines. It was like incredible. And then next thing I knew, they just magically put the things right back together just like as if they never even touched it. It was crazy. I must say, CC, you certainly are good at what you do. Anyone who can infiltrate and remain undetected going up against Avalon security clearly must be something else altogether. I'm just surprised someone as skilled as yourself isn't a JSA member.
Please, their security is practically child's play. After enough trial and error, anyone can become an expert. And on the subject of JSA, I believe my sister has already taken up a position there. Do you remember Plata Girl?
No freaking way. Plata Girl had a sister all this time and hasn't once mentioned her? Incredible.
I suppose it's for personal reasons. But to be concise, we're not exactly on the best of terms as of late. You could say it's because our differences in occupation.
You know, in retrospect, Plata Girl was our favorite merchant when it came to buying and selling rare items and weapons back during our deal with the Hero Slayers. But what do your jobs have to do with... Wait, is that the reason?
Me being the infamous tech bandit in Avalon. Yes, you're right, I just couldn't sit idly by after what the Vanguard did to our father. I'm not as strong as a forgiver as Annie.
So, Annie is Plata Girl's real name. Learn something new every day, I suppose. But is it true? Are you really the infamous bandit the reports made you out to be?
It depends on perspective. Does taking back what's rightfully yours count as stealing?
No. If someone took something from me and I took it back from them, that's nothing but justice in my book.
Great. So, you basically understand the gist of our history with Avalon and how the Vanguard stole our father's research and made our family suffer for trying to expose them.
Wait, what? Slow down, sweetheart. I had no idea all that went on behind closed doors.
Relax, most people don't. Annie decided to flee Avalon with the rest of the family and make a new name for themselves in Montero Valley, while you're introduced to what I'm doing now. Now, I along with a few others are working tirelessly to expose the corruption within the Queen's inner circle.
I'm not so sure about that, CC. That seems a bit too vengeful for my taste. But personal preferences aside, I'm just glad you're working with us instead of fighting against us. I just hope you find the justice you so desperately seek in all this.
Thank you for giving me an unbiased response to my actions compared to so many others. Hopefully, your perception of me will change when all of this is over.
Okay, will do. Their tech skills aside, little did the tech bandits know that Avalon appeared to be one step ahead of them. For every piece of equipment that they took from them had some form of tracking device on there, this immediately gave away their location straight to Avalon. Quite unfortunate.
Yes, excellent. This works out rather well. As soon as we get a solid lead on those rats, our extermination squad shall be dispatched. After we retrieve our stolen data and technology, Her Majesty will finally be able to recognize my accomplishments.
Master Simon, we've just received an update on the identity of the thieves and the exact location of all that was stolen.
Yes, Unit C1S3, excellent work. So what's the status?
This may ruffle your feathers, but it's the truth. The prime culprit behind the missing tech is none other than the infamous tech bandit, Cece. Now, she's laying low in Esteban under the protection of the Esteban Elite Four.
Wow, I've literally heard just about everything at this point. She honestly thinks that the new heroes on the block are enough to save her. Still, that team did take down the Hero Slayers and that despicable Klepto Cliff, so it would be wise for us not to take them so lightly. We'll have to try a more subtle approach.
A subtle approach? How?
Simple. We'll use coming in peace tactics and convince those in Esteban that we're the good guys by trying to retrieve what was stolen from us. Then we'll present to them all the evidence showing that Cece is the villain, not us. That way they'll have no choice but to concede. I'm a firm believer in working smart, not hard. Wouldn't you agree?
Precisely, Master Simon. Your methods are absolute. We shall dispatch our team shortly.
Yes, all according to plan. All units prepare for departure.
And sure enough, Commander Simon dispatched his armed forces ready and willing and able to go invade Esteban in the name of Avalon. You know, considering what we're up against, we wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't go as far as to make this a full international incident when they try to invade, like in these dystopian futuristic sci-fi movies. Oh, we gotta get ready for this one, that's for sure.